the lies. You know, I started out when I got the divorce with so many lies. Me and my mama were stealing money and all types of stuff. So now I'm kind of numb to it. It's unfortunate.
When you think of Hollywood power couples, Shaquille O'Neal and Shaunie Henderson's names likely come to mind. Together, they seemed unstoppable, their whirlwind romance blooming into a decade-long marriage that many looked up to. But, as we've learned with some of the most iconic relationships, things aren't always what they seem. Their fairy tale story took a dramatic turn, ending in a bitter divorce that left fans and those close to the couple shaking their heads. What exactly led to Shaunie and Shaq's separation? Well, grab your popcorn, because this is a ride full of shocking twists, betrayals, and the painful reality behind their split. Let's dive in.
Yeah, I mean, along with, I think Keon helps me, he motivates me to just be a better person every day, make better decisions.
Moment 1. The constant pressure of the spotlight. Now, every relationship has its ups and downs, but living under the intense scrutiny of the media, that's a whole other beast. From the moment Shaquille O'Neal and Shaunie Henderson went public with their relationship, they became the subject of constant media attention. You've got Shaq, NBA legend, larger-than-life persona, and Shaunie, an entrepreneur and powerhouse businesswoman. With these two at the center of the spotlight, you'd think it'd be all glitz and glamour. But in reality, the pressure of living in front of the camera for so many years started to eat away at their bond.
My book, I talk about that so much because, you know, even my husband now, I had to explain to him my privacy bubble because it might not be normal, you know?
Shaunie, a private person by nature, struggled with the constant media buzz surrounding their every move. Paparazzi following them around, tabloids spreading rumors, and fans speculating about their personal lives took a heavy toll. This stress only intensified after they tied the knot in 2002, with Shaunie eventually revealing that her marriage was a lot harder than people thought. In a 2005 interview with People magazine, Shaunie openly admitted, "It's not just the games, it's the travel, the fans, the media. It's a lot for any family to handle."
I'm sure people want to know what's the ups and downs of being married to me. Go ahead, you can say it. I give you permission to go ahead and say it.
Shaq, the NBA's biggest star at the time, was always on the move, constantly in the public eye. Shaunie tried to support him as best as she could, but over time, the relentless demands of Shaq's career and fame started to create an emotional divide. She couldn't escape the fact that their life, which once seemed perfect to the outside world, was becoming a pressure cooker filled with too many expectations.
You know, he supports me in a relationship. I support him. We have a great, co-parenting relationship.
Moment 2, the infidelity rumors. Now, let's be real. No relationship survives if there's trust lost. And in this case, the rumors about Shaq's infidelity were a big part of what led to the split. Whispers started circulating in the mid-2000s about Shaq's late-night escapades, alleged affairs, and even a model that seemed to have Shaq's attention outside of his marriage. Gossip sites were all over these rumors, with one infamous TMZ blog post suggesting that Shaq was involved with a woman, which reportedly caused a major rift between him and Shaunie.
Yeah, I think, yes, you do, but at the same time, you do think, okay, we're getting married, we're having kids, we're a family. Things are gonna change.
Though Shaunie initially stayed tight-lipped about these allegations, sources close to the couple revealed that she wasn't oblivious to what was going on behind closed doors. In fact, it was said that Shaunie had known about Shaq's cheating and decided to stay initially for the sake of their children. One family friend told Essence, "She's a strong woman. She didn't want to let the media tear them apart." But the reality was, Shaunie was breaking inside. As she later revealed, she had sacrificed a lot, staying in the relationship because of her commitment to her family. But the infidelity was too much to ignore.
You better give good answers to these.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this question out of the way. What do I do that really makes you angry? No, let me answer that for her. Everything.
Moment 3, the final straw. By 2007, the cracks in their marriage were becoming impossible to ignore. This is when things really hit the fan. Shaunie reportedly discovered concrete evidence of Shaq's infidelity that she couldn't turn a blind eye to. Court documents revealed that Shaunie cited irreconcilable differences when she filed for divorce. And while they attempted to patch things up, going to marriage counseling and putting the divorce on hold, it was clear that Shaunie had reached her breaking point.
You can't control that.
No, I couldn't.
It's two people that involved in the divorce. Bro.
Yeah, but no. She did exactly what you're supposed to do. Give me beautiful kids, take care of the house, take care of corporate stuff.
Shaq, ever the public figure, took to social media to express his regret and attempt to salvage the relationship. One of his now deleted tweets read, "Love is worth fighting for, but both sides have to want it." But let's be real. Was it too little, too late? Shaunie, who had spent years defending her family and trying to make things work, couldn't ignore the damage caused by Shaq's betrayal. It wasn't just the rumors anymore. It was the reality of what had been happening for far too long.
So you owe me a date for that.
I owe you a date?
Yeah.
Wait, so let's confirm take
this.
me out on dates. I can't take you out.
Italian.
I have Italian food.
Manhattan Beach.
So I have to pay.
Moment 4. Shaq's lack of accountability. While Shaunie was trying to hold it together, Shaq was grappling with his own demons. In 2011, he published a memoir, Shaq Uncut, My Story, where he admitted to his infidelities, acknowledging, "I was a man with too many options. I messed up." This candid admission might have earned him some sympathy from fans, but it also reignited the conversation about the pressures that athletes face, pressures that often lead to destructive choices.
And look, I was just being greedy. I had the perfect situation. Wife was finer than a mug. Kept giving me babies, still finer than a mug.
Fast forward to 2021, during an appearance on the Pivot podcast, Shaq again expressed regret for the collapse of his marriage, saying, "I wasn't protecting my marriage the way I should have. That's my biggest failure." The man was finally owning up to his mistakes, but by then, it was clear that Shaunie had already emotionally and professionally moved on. While Shaq had been out here giving interviews and making public apologies, Shaunie had already carved out her own identity, one that didn't depend on Shaq's shadow.
It was just all me. But she's happy now. She's about to marry a fine young gentleman, and I'm happy for her. But as I get older and dwell on situations, I can honestly say it was all me.
The end. The divorce. By 2009, Shaunie refiled for divorce. This time, there was no turning back. The marriage was over, and while Shaq did everything he could to make it work, apologizing publicly, taking responsibility for his actions, Shaunie was done. In her eyes, it wasn't just about forgiveness. It was about choosing herself and her happiness. The whole experience was, as she described, one of the hardest decisions of my life, but also the most empowering.
For the past few months, my family has been going through a lot. Did you pack your bag?
Yeah, it's time there. How long are you gonna be there? 3 to 5 days?
5 to 7.
Shaunie's post-divorce journey was one of self-discovery and resilience. She didn't let her marriage to Shaq define her. Instead, she built a career outside of him, most notably as the executive producer of Basketball Wives. The show became a massive success, helping Shaunie cement her status as a media mogul. She was no longer just Shaq's wife. She was Shaunie O'Neal, a force to be reckoned with in her own right.
I had it all. Just sometimes and I don't make excuses. I know I messed up. And then, when I didn't have that, I was lost.
Meanwhile, Shaq had his own struggles to deal with, but as he rebuilt his life, Shaunie's star continued to rise. Eventually, Shaunie married Pastor Kanye Henderson in 2022, and her joy was evident in the stunning wedding photos and heartfelt Instagram captions she shared with fans. Shaq, on the other hand, has been linked to several women, but found a solid relationship with his fiancée, Letitia Roll,
The wedding planning is we always have time for family. So I'm so glad we're able to have this dinner. You know, it's a rare occasion that we can get all these grown folks together.
Despite everything that transpired between them, Shaq and Shaunie managed to maintain a respectful relationship for the sake of their children. They continued to co-parent their 5 kids, working together to create a stable and loving environment for them, despite the breakdown of their marriage. In interviews, both Shaunie and Shaq spoke about their commitment to their children and how they managed to put aside their differences for the greater good.
I don't even know what to say to that. You said I was a narcissist, I'm wild, I'm mean.
You're wild? I wish you was wild, but you ain't.
Shaunie also reflected on her journey of self-love and independence after the divorce. She spoke about learning how to manage her own finances and rebuild her life after walking away from the marriage. Her resilience was celebrated by fans who admired her strength and ability to thrive despite everything she'd been through. Shaunie's social media became a platform for her business ventures, her dedication to philanthropy, and her close bond with her children.
So I was thinking you probably need to go school shopping for next year because them clothes from last year are a little small. You grew quite a bit this summer, buddy.
Yeah. The O'Neills grow super fast.
The story of Shaq and Shaunie's marriage is one of love, betrayal, and ultimate growth. Their relationship wasn't just about their public personas or the fairy tale image they presented. Behind closed doors, they faced the kind of challenges that many couples can relate to, but with the added pressure of being in the spotlight. Shaq's infidelities, his failure to protect their marriage, and the toll that living under constant media scrutiny took on both of them played significant roles in their eventual divorce.
Comfortable being honest with each other and just sharing what was going on in our lives and our personal lives to a certain extent, because I think, you know, a lot of it is it's none of our business.
Shaunie, on the other hand, took control of her own destiny. She chose herself, built her career, and found happiness on her own terms. Shaq, meanwhile, was left to reflect on his mistakes and the lessons he learned from the collapse of his marriage. Despite all the drama, both have moved on, and their co-parenting journey remains an example of how to navigate life after divorce, especially when you're in the public eye. So, what do you think? Do you think Shaq's apologies were genuine, or was it just too little, too late? And what's your take on Shaunie's journey of self-discovery and success after the divorce? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Celeb Titbits for more of the juiciest gossip from Hollywood and beyond.